Advocate Ilatana Gilad, and I would like to invite Zohar Levi, Strategic Advisor on Government Relations and Lobbying, to present the recommendations of the Rackman Center submitted in the past 2 years. Hello and good morning. Thank you for coming. I'm Zohar Levi. I'm a strategic advisor and a lobbyist. I've been with the Rackman Center for the Advancement of Women in the past 8 years vis-a-vis the decision makers in the Knesset and the government and the public sphere. Today I'm going to introduce to you the various bills that we chose to advance in the Access to Justice project. The bills that we chose out of the report presented to you by Miri are all enhancing accessibility to justice for women in marital law. So we will start with the first bill. The first bill is the legal counseling, and the need came up from the change in policy of legal counseling proposed by the Ministry of Justice. In actual fact, following the change of the reduction of legal counseling, the new reality shows that the accessibility of women and their children is limited and curtailed. We want to relate to very specific characteristics of parents in very difficult situation, and the enhancement of children and women to pro bono legal counseling. Financing the legal process. Women who are not entitled to get pro bono service from the country should pay for the service themselves. The advancement of the bill came from a situation in which there's money in the family, but one party, usually the women, have no access to that money. In other words, one party has the ability to retain a lawyer of the highest order for the divorce process, but the other side has no way to retain such a lawyer. Our bill wants to allow the judges of the marital family law court to actually force the other side that is stronger financially to pay for the lawyer's fees of the other party. This would allow our clients to receive legal counseling that is not inferior to the spouse's one. The other bill is the insolvency and the economic rehabilitation. Has to do with the question of who's going to cover the legal fees. A woman that receives alimony and the man declares insolvency, does not continue to receive alimony, and she has to file to the court to continue receiving it. The Ministry of Justice did a whole reform on bankruptcy, aiming to prevent the automatic termination of alimonies for children. Our proposal is to transfer the burden to the men. Upon the injunction issued against the husband will have to argue to reduce the alimony that he's paying. That increases accessibility to justice to women. This bill lies on the table of the plenary of the Knesset before the second and the third reading. And that means that it's the final stage in the legislation process. The bill for the prevention of domestic violence and tethers. According to the existing law, the court can determine in significant domestic violence cases whenever there's a concern about the personal safety of women and children, and to issue an injunction against the husband. Today, the deterrent and early warning mechanisms are very, very weak, if at all they exist. We want to increase the enforcement and to enhance the safety of women and children who are protected by law by using an electronic tether whenever that is suitable. That allows us in real-time enforcement and the protection of women and children because of recurrent violation or etc. Increasing the accessibility is actually done by giving effective tools to women. It's gone through the preliminary reading and it is still pending. The bill concerning bigamia bigamy, is there to actually fight against the polygamy phenomenon. As Miri told you earlier, in Israel, polygamy is a criminal offense, and the whole topic, all those who marry more than one woman can be sentenced to 5 years imprisonment. Subjugating the prohibition of bigamy actually renders the law null and void, or rather empty of meaning, and it is transferred to the religious court. Meirav Michaeli, in her bill, wants to equate the Jewish law to Muslim law. Beyond the fact that bigamy actually violates the rights of women, the fact that Jewish men have solutions concerning the option of refusing to give a divorce prevents the option of finding solutions for women too. The last bill that we're going to discuss is that of names. An amendment of the last name. This is a bill that was submitted by member of Knesset and Leah Fadida. This bill wishes to make it easier for women who, after divorce, want to add their name to the names of children, and allows them to add their name without the approval of the other party and without the intervention of court, without this becoming a bargaining chip to make the woman concede on various issues. When the father does not agree to add the name of the woman has to file a proceeding and is subject to extortion of different kinds. So that is it. These are the bills that were submitted, that we advanced, and that we're still advancing. Thank you very much to you all.